What's going on, everybody? It's Trappy, back again with another boring live stream with my wonderful co-star right here, Lyle Zaboggins.
Or however you say it. Hello.
So, why don't you tell them what this is today?
Well, the lady here was made privy to a video by the incorrigible Wrestling Otaku where he outlines more of his reasons why women of this generation are trash.
Yeah.
And so the lady decided to very politely reply to each of his reasons. And I'm just going to kind of sit here.
Just sit here and not add anything like you normally do.
Oh my God.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Destockification. What is going on, people? So, this is not to bash Otaku. I just kind of wanted to see what his reasons were and respond to them with an educated answer. And have you seen this video yet, Righty?
I've seen a good deal of it. I don't remember if I made it through the whole thing, though.
Alright, I haven't actually watched it yet, so I guess we can start. My first time sharing a screen, so... Okay. Yes, I want to share the entire screen. Okay. So, can you guys see my screen?
I cannot see your screen. Oh, wait, it's going. There it is. Look at that.
Okay. So, I have his video right here.
Let's see if we could hear it. I always have trouble sharing audio with things.
Alright, just give me a second. How disgusting is that there's a 1 minute ad before this?
I think he does have his channel monetized. He's very proud of that.
Yeah, anything to make more money, I guess. So, starting off, 722 views. This is pretty good for Otaku.
Sure.
25 likes, 46 dislikes. I'm just killing time before the video loads. Come on, like, why don't you play? Like,
oh, shucks, Trap Queen.
Okay. Giving you 5 bonus, that's what the description says, giving you 5 bonus reasons why women are trash. The 1 year special.
Bonus reasons. It's like, wow, aren't we lucky?
Alright, it's loading.
It sure is. Are you stealing your internet from a nearby KFC, Trap Queen?
McDonald's, thank you very much.
Oh,
but sorry. Okay. Okay. Play, come on. No, I don't want to play from. This is so embarrassing. If it doesn't work, can you play it from your computer?
I can try, but I can't guarantee I can actually share audio.
I mean, if anything, I could play it like off my phone and we could just listen to him. Oh wait, never mind. Sure. It's going, I think.
Oh, there he is. I like his red shirt. It reminds me of a certain friend of ours.
In all of his glory. Imagine just like being out here and just seeing this guy.
Just like, wow, I wonder what he's doing. Is he making some kind of documentary about, this area? No, he's just talking about why women are trash again. I can think of 6 reasons why women are trash because their internet is terrible.
Okay, listen, bitch. I'm not a woman, so can you hear him?
I can, but there is a bit of an echo. Do you remember years ago? Yeah, I think that'd be a better idea. Do you remember years ago when we tried to reply to something Peter Gilmore did and it took like an hour and eventually we just never did it because we couldn't get it to work right?
Yeah. All right, let me stop the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to play it off my phone instead because it's not working out. The people already hate me enough. I don't need this.
Oh, Trap Queen. Listen, we're off to a great start.
All right, let me go to Wrestling Otaku. And we have 9 people watching. That's no small feat.
That's a lot of people.
All right, so that's just an ad.
You got to sit through. You're just giving Otaku money. You're just giving money away.
Oh, well. He can have my money. And yes, people are saying, oh, you have a Chromebook. Okay. Yeah, I do. All right.
somewhat of a very special day.
Can you
You see,
hear
I
it?
mentioned this a few times
Yes.
in posts and in messages or in videos leading up to today. And here today, I have a very special video for you here. You see, this is the
Why is it
1
special?
year
He makes this video every
anniversary.
day.
Well, it's the 1 year anniversary, right?
Oh, yes. Okay.
If you need me to pause at any point, just let me know.
I'll just start screaming.
Of probably one of my finest achievements, one of my greatest videos, one of my most controversial videos. It was 1 year ago to the day, August 15th, 2020, that right here on this channel, I recorded and I posted a video entitled 10 Reasons Why Women of This Generation Are Trash. Now, when I initially posted that video, I thought it would get a few hits, but I didn't think it would be all that big. It ended up within a month span, within just a couple weeks span, it ended up blowing up. Everybody talking about it. Everybody
Yeah, but
talking
in like
about
the
what I
worst
said.
way possible, though.
And
Like,
I
it
know.
didn't blow up. It didn't blow up because people are like, "This guy's making some good points." It blew up because like, "Oh my god, this guy's gross and kind of an asshole."
Righty, I'm supposed to be respectful here.
Because this guy is unique looking. He was blessed with unique features, and he doesn't appear to have a well thought out set of reasons.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see what he has to say.
Was that respectful enough?
Yeah, there you go. That's more respectful than what you originally said.
Okay.
Video ended up being and still stands to this day as the most viewed video on this channel. Not the most viewed video I've ever uploaded. Okay, that distinction goes to my Fancy Man Reviewer channel, which is now defunct. It's now, it got flagged out last year, and I have a new channel in its place.
Why even bring that up?
I've had videos on.
Yeah, like why would he? There's no point to saying that.
I always say this whenever we do anything otaku related. He adds so much stuff that just make the video longer than it has to be. Like, he has a hard time getting to the point, as they say.
Well, this is 5 reasons, and he took him 30 minutes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That channel upwards of 100,000 views. So it's not. While it may not be the most viewed video I've ever uploaded, it is one of the most controversial and most talked about videos that I've ever uploaded on any channel, and it is still stands, like I said, as the most viewed video on this channel right here, Wrestling Otaku. So, with that being said, seeing as how it's the 1 year.
Oh god, he keeps repeating himself.
I know he said like it's the most viewed video on the Wrestling Otaku channel like 3 times.
And 1 year ago, it's the most viewed video, and I uploaded it a year ago. I got it. I understand.
Of that video, I decided to make a special video here today to kind of commemorate the occasion. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, what video would I possibly have in store to commemorate such a feat? Such a video that I did last year. How can you top or how can you commemorate such a video? Well, I have created a couple more reasons as to why women of this generation are trash. So here today,
Look, notice how he said he created reasons. He didn't like observe reasons.
Yeah, and he's talking like Michael McGill, like here today, starting now, 1 year to the anniversary. All right, let's see if he.
Genesis of Otaku.
Let's see if this if he dives into his reasons soon.
To present to you 5 bonus reasons why women of this generation are trash. Why women of this era. Why women of today.
Oh god, stop repeating yourself.
I'm gonna give you that video right here.
But like here's the thing, he says specifically of this generation, but how do you have any idea what women of past generations were like if you weren't there?
Yeah, he has no idea. Unless he just watched a lot of Leave It to Beaver.
Maybe he took a break from anime to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, within the last about week or so, leading up to this here video, I came up with more reasons because.
Did he come up with more reasons? I didn't get that.
Oh, he just spit, by the way.
Why? Is he hacking up more fluid bubbles?
A couple people have asked me this. Has your stance on women changed?
No one's asked him this, by the way. He just wanted to make this video.
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Anytime somebody says like, dude, I'm making this video because I was asked like 99% of the time, like, no, you weren't. All of your comments are usually just people like being very mean.
No, it really hasn't. The stance is still the same because women today are still the same. They haven't changed. They haven't changed. They're still their same old evil, spiteful ways. They're still in their same old. They're still set in their same old ways. And so people like me call this stuff out, and we get ridiculed for it, and we get blasted for it, and we get criticized and hated and attacked for it.
Yeah.
But this must be said. Somebody out here has to stand up for what is wrong. Somebody here has to stand up.
He's a real American.
I guess so.
Fights for the rights of every man.
And speak out on what these women are doing.
What are they doing?
Because I don't give a damn what people think of me. I never did. Never did.
There you go.
So you can bring all your little hateful comments, all your disrespectful, arrogant, ignorant comments, and I'll just shut you down with facts.
Oh, with facts. He's gonna shut you down with facts.
Debunked with facts and logic.
That's right. Wrestling Otaku pones. I can't even think of the term. It's not SJWs. Who's he going after? Like
women?
Is women as a whole?
And people who like women? I don't know.
Sorry, I had a little bit of soda before I did this video, so throat was a little parched. Because I know, this might run a little long, so I have to get a little swig of a little drink of soda. But anyway, with that being said, let us begin. So as I said before, I've compiled 5 more reasons, and I have them right here in my handy dandy notebook.
So he's showing off his blue composition book that he wrote down all these reasons.
He's got a handy dandy notebook.
Begin. Oh, by the way, before I start, let me just say this to some people who were making remarks about this last year in my last video, in regards to the 10 reasons video, talking about, oh, look at the notebook. Oh, he has to keep notes in his notebook. Oh, look at the, oh, no, he has to write notes in the notebook. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what a notebook is for, to write notes in it, dumbass. Like, no shit. What the fuck?
I mean, that is a good point from him.
Now he's like showing off the pages in his notebook.
Yes, his notebook does indeed have pages.
In here, I keep fucking notes in here, obviously, outside of just videos I do. I keep notes in here. No shit. That's what the
Does he just like take notes like on his life? Like,
yeah, I don't like what else is he writing notes
like if
for?
during the day, if he observes an injustice that a woman did to him, does he like write it down?
I guess, yeah.
Isn't that like literally what Elliot Rogers did?
Retards. But anyway, so let's get to it, all right, man? Let's get to it. So here we go. 5 bonus reasons why women of this generation are trash. So let's begin.
So we're 5 minutes into the video. He's just starting the reasons now.
See, now he said the video might run a little long. It's like, it's not because you have a lot to say. It's just because you keep repeating yourself.
Number 1 of the bonus reasons, they are lazy and unmotivated.
All right, you got to stop right there. I'm not going to say anything mean, Tribe Queen, but...
No, I don't want to be mean, but Otaku,
Yeah.
like...
All
clearly,
I got to... Just look at Otaku.
like, you're not really a picture of, like, motivation.
Or, like...
You
not
took, like... It took you
laziness.
11 years to get a job. Like...
Oh, Tribe Queen.
So I don't want to be mean to him, but it's like... Why are you saying these things when you're kind of the same way? You said you never paid taxes for, like, since 2009 or something. Like, why are you, like...
You know what, though? Let's hear his reasoning. Maybe he's going to astound us with his reasoning here as to why or how women are lazy and unmotivated.
Why he's not?
Yeah. Because he can be lazy and unmotivated, but women can be too. See, he's not really saying he's not. So maybe he's got really good reasons as to why women are lazy and unmotivated.
All right, let's see.
I don't just mean in a sense of in relationships, because they're definitely that. Because they're definitely that, and that kind of goes back to one of the reasons I said in my last video about how they want men to do everything. They're basically so set in their way. They're so convinced that they're in charge in the relationship, which is another point I'm getting to a little later.
What?
Okay, so he said they want men to take care of everything, but they want to be in charge.
Well, it's the exact opposite of what men taking care of everything means. Are they in charge, or is the other person taking care of everything? Like, or does he think that means like the woman orders the man to do everything? Is that what he means?
I guess, but like...
But that doesn't, when does that happen?
Yeah, I've never seen that happen.
It's usually the guy telling the girl, like, hey, do the fucking dishes, make me a sandwich. And that's fine. I'm not saying that's a problem. Like, men should tell women what to do.
Put any contribution whatsoever. They want the man to do all the work and not put anything in and reap all the rewards for it and not give anything in return half the time. And like I said, unless you're
so half the time
yes.
they don't do anything in return. So what about the other half? The other half does. How does he know that? What is he basing that on?
Yeah, like have like, and like if half does one thing and then half does the other, like, shouldn't you say why only half of women are trash? Like, it doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. Like,
Yeah, that's he's wow, what an idiot. I mean, what a he didn't think this through very well. Try to be nice.
Models, celebrities, unless you're famous, unless you got a lot of money and shit, then the woman will fucking do everything because she ain't got no choice. But if you're just
what do you
What
mean
is he
she doesn't
basing
have
that?
a choice?
And what is he basing that on though? Like, why would they do everything if the guy has like all the money? Then wouldn't the guy already be doing everything because he has all the money? Like, I don't know what that means.
Maybe he'll explain it better. I don't know.
I guess.
Your usual standard typical woman of this day and age will not do shit. They're lazy and they're unmotivated. I mean, this can apply to mostly within the younger crowd, women coming out of girls coming out of school, high school, college. They're just not motivated to do shit.
So he wants girls in high school to be more motivated to do things?
Like they're in school. Like,
yeah, isn't that good enough?
Aren't there more women in the workforce these days than men? Because men are just fucking useless these days.
I think so, and I think there's actually more women in college too.
Yeah, because men are too fucking fat and addicted to porn to do anything anymore. So they just kind of sit around.
Either that or they're like little like, I don't know. I don't want to be mean to men because I got a lot of male fans, but either that or they just sit around like playing video games all day. Like they don't really do anything. Like,
useless people with nothing to offer society.
Like when was the last time like you went and laid down some brick? Not talking about you, but like when was the last time like Otaku went to go lay down some bricks or like help put a fence up or something? You know what I mean?
They're just lazy. Whatever. They don't want to go out there and work. They don't want to go out there and work. And,
There's more women in the workforce, I'm pretty sure.
Here's the thing, though. These guys always say, I want to go back to the past when, women wanted to be housewives and didn't work, but now he's saying they don't want to work.
Yeah. And I mean, if he wants to talk about a reason, I mean, not why women are trash, but, why society is broken these days. It's because women act more like men than the men do these days. Women act like men and men act like boys forever. That's a valid critique of society these days. If there's a whole argument is, well, women are trash, well, it just sounds like, he's got an axe to grind.
And like they've made it impossible now for people to only live off, like a family to only live off one income unless the one person's like in a job that makes like over 6 figures. Like it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. But again, no, apparently women are just lazy somehow.
I don't know.
Is he conflating laziness with like vapidness? Because you can give him that.
No, he's trying to say like they don't want to work, they don't want to like do anything after school.
That's just retarded. That's just stupid. Like this, I'm not retarded. I'm trying to be nice. What should I say? That's just incorrect.
It's ill-informed.
He needs to check his facts.
Exactly. I'm gonna debunk him with facts and logic.
And, earn their way up the ladder or earn their keep. They want to fucking take the easy way out. A lot of these women,
what does that mean?
They're in a society in today's day and age where it's more, there are laws in place to allow women to basically have whatever job they want. It's not like in the freaking 60s.
What law is that?
Like we still need to have the same qualifications as a man does to get into whatever job. Like it's not. I'm not saying like diversity hires aren't a thing, but like we still need to have the same qualifications.
Yeah, I mean, there's like affirmative action and like hiring quotas and shit, but he's literally said there's laws that make sure women can get whatever job they want. Like, no, well, women can't walk into a building and go, I want to be an X-ray technician. I want to. Like, no.
But yeah, we still have to get like a degree. We still have to have work.
60s and 70s where women were limited as to what they could do in terms of their career, in terms of job-wise, because there were a lot of laws way back in the day in the early 19th, 20th century that prevented women from doing certain things like voting, certain jobs were off limits. Now there's a whole...
So he's saying women were banned from voting in the 60s and 70s? That's what he just said.
Incidentally, there were no laws saying they couldn't. There were no laws saying they could. You know what I mean? Like there was no law sign that says women can't vote. They simply
Well, what
weren't.
it was like any male, but they didn't say like women can't, but it was just that like only men had. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
hard to
women
explain.
weren't banned from voting. They weren't given the right to.
World of
Which,
opportunity.
incidentally,
And
you know, that was undone well before the 1960s.
fortunately, in terms of jobs, in terms of careers nowadays, it favors women more so than men. Because if you look at a lot of the jobs that are applied, a lot of
But
the
how is this women's fault?
Yeah, I don't
Blame
understand.
blame fucking neo-Marxists and postmodernists for this. Don't blame women. Plenty of women don't want to work. Wait, hold on. His argument here was women don't want to work, but now his argument is there's too many women working. Like what's?
Yeah, he's saying like they can get any job they want, but like he's saying like they're taking jobs from men.
But he's saying this. But the reason, as far as his 5 reasons, is that women are too lazy. So which is it?
Because he's saying they're taking jobs while also saying they don't want to work.
Yeah, so this is ridiculous. Like we forgot what his own reason was in the middle of it.
skill positions, a lot of them are hiring women more so than men. So this day and age, it favors women a lot more in the workforce. But the problem is these women don't want to fucking work.
Okay. So wait a minute. So if they don't want to work, then how are they getting all these jobs?
Yeah, how are they taking them away from men?
It doesn't matter if they would be favored if they're not applying because they don't want to work. Like, what does that mean? And how does Otaku know? I don't think he's a contender in any of these competitive fields. No offense.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They want they're lazy. They want everything handed to them, and that's why. And unfortunately,
wait, did Otaku make a video celebrating that he finally got his big government check?
Yeah, really.
They like getting everything handed to them, and then he's showing off his government money that he bought like a gaming chair with.
But wasn't like Target his first job, and like that was when he was like 30.
And he doesn't work there no more, I don't think. I guess maybe he lost his job because they had to fulfill a hiring quota and they had too many men working there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here, like YouTube, like Twitch, like what's that other slut site, OnlyFans, where these women are going on there, basically making these posts or videos or pictures, selling themselves, showing off their bodies and shit.
Yeah, but the reason there's a market for girls on OnlyFans is because every man these days is a weird, sticky fatso who's addicted
Yeah, guess
to
who's paying for it? You guys.
Yeah. But particularly a certain breed that isn't dissimilar from one Wrestling Otaku. Not that I'm accusing him directly, of course. I'm simply saying that it's a lot of people like him.
Like very sexual, like hypersexual people.
Sticky, I would call them.
Entire bodies, new pics and all that, and they're basically charging for it. And this is how women are getting fucking money nowadays. And this sort of
okay, but it's still like a very small minority of women.
That's a pretty broad statement. Where are the numbers saying that like any significant proportion of women are making the majority of their money from OnlyFans?
Yeah, really.
Sorts of things basically enable these women to, not want to work. Okay?
The only thing that enables these women are fucking horny, useless men.
Yeah, they say it's the websites that enable them. Well, who's giving them the money?
Yeah.
There's a lot of men who do OnlyFans too, but they're not making as much money because women aren't willing to pay for that.
Yeah, because fucking coomers can't fucking, they don't want to pay for that.
Where you can just sit there, show new pics of yourselves, and fucking dumbasses out here, fucking simps out here in the world will pay to see that shit. That's the culture we live in now. Okay, women.
That is a good point. That is a pretty sick statement on our culture, but that's not,
Yeah, but he's blaming it on women.
Yeah, my point is that that's a sad statement on young men,
and see,
and on women's parents for raising them to do such a thing.
So I went to show Maggle's comment, but hello, Abel. I agree, because like most of them are already porn stars, so like it's still a very small amount of women that are doing this. Like it's not.
Abel says he went down the manosphere rabbit hole the other day though, and he's surprised by his findings. Yeah, I love it when Abel discovers new things because he's never happy with his findings.
I know.
It's a sad time to be alive, Chat Queen.
They can sit back here, do a YouTube video, basically show themselves off. They don't even really have to do anything or be talented at anything. They could just do a video in fucking bra and panties because they know guys will simp out for that
You
shit.
can't do videos in bra and panties on YouTube.
Maybe Otaku should try that if you want some views.
Yeah, really. He's like, oh, they just want to make YouTube videos. How many YouTube videos have you made?
Yeah, and like you were all excited when your channel got monetized. You're like, yeah, because you thought that this is like it. This is your ticket out. I'm assuming anyway. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you wanted to supplement that with your other job that you don't have anymore.
Subscribe to their channels. They'll subscribe to their Twitch channels. Subscribe to their Patreons. Subscribe to their freaking OnlyFans, and they'll literally give them money just to see them show off their body parts. It's easy. It takes no talent to do that.
That has nothing to do with women of this generation, though. That's been a thing since like literally forever.
Like women were posing in Playboy in like the 50s, like taking their clothes off, and men were buying it.
There's been prostitution and sex slavery for fucking centuries.
And this is what they're getting away with. This is why. My God, man! All it's doing is fucking enabling this lazy fucking attitude that women have nowadays. Because they know they can fucking sell themselves, they can show themselves off, and get fucking paid for doing it.
Nothing, but a lot of women put a lot of effort into that shit too.
Like here's the thing, like I'm not saying it's okay to do that, but it's
horrible. Preface it with this. It's horrible. And if you're a woman doing that, especially a young one, you're wasting your life away and you're making yourself rather undesirable. Go ahead, Jacqueline.
I'm just saying it's not as easy as it looks, because you got to deal with a lot of shit, like strippers, especially. Like the men will come there, a lot of men will stalk them. They can put themselves up to risk to be raped more. Like men will touch them like inappropriately. They think it's okay because they're a stripper, and it's not.
Snowman's bringing up that video he made with the women's panties in the Target.
Oh yeah,
they weren't even panties; they were like old lady bloomers.
As a grown adult man, I have never paid to have a woman show me her body. Never once have I ever paid.
Congratulations.
For a woman to send me a picture of herself, be it in the nude or in a bikini, whatever the case may be. I have never once paid for a woman to show me a nude pic or anything like that. Okay, there are women out there who
don't have any money.
Well, but not only that, wasn't he bragging about a girl emailing him a picture of her boobs?
Yeah, well, he gets it for free though. That's okay.
Yeah, that one time.
Obviously, it speaks higher of the woman if she just gives the pictures away.
Themselves sent me pics in lingerie, sent me pics in their bra and panties, sent me new pics even, and I didn't have to pay a damn thing. I didn't have to pay a dime.
Now, how come that ain't a reason why women are trash?
Yeah, so is it better if they're giving it away for free? Like,
so as long as Otaku gets something out of it, then it's fine, I guess. Then it's not trash. But if a woman is giving away free porn to anyone else or making you pay for it, then it's trash. But as long as it's going to Otaku, it's fine.
Bunch of fucking search results. Why the fuck would I pay to see somebody in the fucking nude when I can just go to a site and do that and get that for free? Why the fuck would I do that? Why would I put money into something that I could get for free? There's an old saying, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You know what I'm saying?
No, Otaku gets the milk, all right. Sorry.
This is a respectful response, right?
I'm sorry.
It's shit like that enables these women to have these lazy, unmotivated fucking attitudes. Because they know they can get away with that shit. They can fucking get money out of doing something fucking simple that any fucking body can do. That's the culture we live in, dude. That's the society we live in, and it's a damn shame. And it's going to continue as long as shit like that is out there. It's easy for them to get money that way.
Yeah, it's going to continue as long as men are paying for it.
Well, it's going to continue as long as, I don't want to get all preachy, Chaplin, but it's going to continue as long as moral relativism becomes the norm. You know, when people grow up knowing, hey, that's wrong to do, then less people will be apt to do it. But women these days, and men too, are raised to where sex doesn't mean anything. It's willy-nilly. Go have as much of it as you want. It doesn't matter. So maybe if we went back to teaching, like, I don't know, basic morality, this has less to do with women being trash and more to do with, I don't know, just culture in the 21st century being trash. I guess that actually does go back to the 60s, the sexual revolution.
Let's see. I think he's going into his next reason.
I didn't want to get too preachy on your channel, Champion.
Oh, it's okay. You can get it. Listen, you have the privilege to be as preachy as you want.
Why, thank you.
They can sell themselves, basically. And that was another point that I made in my previous video about them using sex appeal to get what they want.
That's been a thing since fucking forever.
I'm like, if he could do it, he would too. Like,
do you think if Adam and Eve were Adam and Steve asked Adam to pick the apple, he would have done it? He picked the apple for Eve because she probably had a big fat ass and big juicy titties.
okay, Righty, don't talk about the first woman that way, please.
Sorry.
You know you're related to her in some way, right?
That's true. You're right.
To get what they want. I made that in a previous video, but I'm just using that as an example here. Anyway, let me move on because I don't want to harp on too many of these. I don't want to harp too long on some of these points.
Oh my god, he repeated that 3 times.
All right, so now we're getting into reason number 2.
So let's just sum up reason number 1. It's women are lazy because they dominate the workforce.
But yeah, they're lazy, but they're also stealing my jobs.
And they post, that should have been 2 reasons, lazy and post nudie pictures. But instead it was women are lazy because they work too much and post nude pictures. So women basically have like 4 jobs. They're stealing all of Otaku's jobs and they supplement their income with their OnlyFans. But they're lazy for that.
Yeah, I don't know. So let's see what reason number 2 is, Righty.
Mm-hmm. And of course he blamed women for all of that instead of just blaming culture as a whole. Because again, men are to blame for that too because they are the market for it.
Exactly.
Anyway, go ahead, Chapman.
They are stubborn and they're set in their own ways. Now, this applies to pretty much just about every woman of this age.
Well, every person, really. Like, I'm stubborn. Who isn't stubborn? A lot of people are stubborn.
He's stubborn. Like, what is?
Yeah, there's no way to ever convince Otaku he's wrong about anything. Anyway, go ahead.
Specifically, women of our generation. And now, when I say our generation...
Hold on, time out. Specifically women of our generation. How many hack stand-up comedians from the 60s and 50s or whatever, like, the woman, the old bag of bones, she won't listen to me. She won't do anything. She's just set in her ways. Like, women are always stubborn. That's a thing. It's a stereotype.
But, like, why is he talking about, like, specifically this generation? I don't...
That's everybody knows women are stubborn. Like, this isn't anything new.
You think I'm stubborn?
To an extent.
Whatever. We're not going to argue here tonight. We're supposed to be in this together.
That's right.
That means. When I say this generation, I'm talking specifically women from ages 18 to 35. Sometimes you could say 18.
Like, that's so specific. Why 18 to 35?
Because that's the key demo for the AEW shows that all the wrestling pundits talk about. That's why.
It's like, are 40-year-old women also not women of this generation?
I guess once you turn 36, you're just not stubborn anymore,
I don't know.
40. You can extend that to 40.
First of all, there's no one more stubborn than like fucking 90-year-old women.
But he just said 35, but you can extend it to 40.
Oh, okay. So extend it to 40 then.
That age range falls into this criteria. So basically, women today are stubborn. Okay, they're stubborn. They always have to be right. They can never be wrong. Every time you prove them wrong.
He's just describing every woman ever.
But he's saying that, but he's the same way.
Yeah.
Wrong. They get an attitude about it. They get upset about it. They take it personally because they have this mindset that they're always right. They have this mindset that I'm right. Oh, I'm right, and everybody else is wrong. Just that fucking shit. And whenever they are wrong, and whenever somebody tries to convince them otherwise, or maybe convince them to change their ways or whatever, maybe if they have a bad habit, then they never want to fucking do it. They never want to fucking do it because it's my, I'm this, I'm that, I don't have to change anything. It's just that mentality. Is he
speaking from experience on this?
Yeah,
where is he just basing this off every sitcom he's ever watched?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Because like maybe if he was like a more competent person, people would listen to him more when he offers up that maybe somebody has a bad idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really understand where he's getting any of his info from. Because
like he's kind of unimpressive, should we say? How do I say it nicely?
Well, what are you trying to say?
Well, like, let's say he's having an argument with a nice lady, right? And he's trying to say, listen, this thing you're doing, probably not beneficial. Maybe if he was less. I'm trying to be nice. Maybe if he was less.
Maybe if he because the problem with him too is like he over explains things to the point where he undoes his own point.
Sure. I was just gonna say maybe if he's more competent as a person, his point would be a bit more influential.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, sorry.
They're not willing to change for anything. And I've listened to,
Okay, he said that, but then in another video, he was like, women don't like the fact that I'm big. So it's like, well, why don't you change that? Well, I don't want to change for anybody. So
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Experts, people who have done relationship advice stuff, not necessarily extensively. I'm just talking in general. And there was one guy who I used to listen to a lot. He was more so a comedian than a relationship expert, but he started doing relationship advice. Guy by the name of Steve Harvey. Most of you have heard of him. And
so he's talking
Harvey.
From Family Feud.
Was he divorced like 8 times?
He wrote several books, like relationship advice books, mostly pertaining to women for whatever reason, because he had like a problem with guys or whatever. I don't fucking know what it is, because I guess he had daughters or whatever the fuck. But anyway, one of the things he would always say is, all men can change, all men will change, but there's only one woman he's willing to change for. And I'm thinking to myself when he's saying this stuff, and I'm thinking to myself in the context of a relationship, why is it that the man always has to change for the woman?
So hold on. So he's getting angry over something Steve Harvey said in a book that he didn't read.
Well, like, why is he trying to say, why does the man always have to change for the woman? Since when? Women change for guys all the time.
Yeah, and he's not the guy's not saying, if his quote isn't being misquoted, he's not saying that men are going to be changed like involuntarily. He's saying men are willing to change for the one person that they love.
Yeah, so I don't...
It's like it's the man's choice because he likes the girl so much he's going to do that for her. And that quote doesn't mean that the woman isn't going to do the same. Oh, this is what happens when you don't teach like basic fucking morality, or when you just throw that all by the wayside. Like no one understands what marriage is anymore.
For the woman, why can't the woman change herself or change aspects about herself for the man, for the sake of the relationship, or for the sake of the man she's with? That's what I never understood. Why is it always the man who has to change? Why is it always the man who has to conform? Sometimes now, if a guy is a piece of shit and he has aspects about himself that need to be changed in order to better himself or better the relationship or whatever, then I completely agree with that. Okay, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that some men are pieces of shit and they need to change themselves. Just for the better, just for themselves in general.
Oh, trap.
But what I'm saying is that in just about every relationship, the woman expects the man to change.
What are you basing that on? What are you basing that on?
Change for the man.
Are you basing that on the fucking catfish of a porn star you were dating a few months ago?
But like, what is he trying to say? Like, women, I don't get it. He's like over-explaining it to the point where it doesn't make sense anymore, like at all.
He has a problem where he doesn't really know when to stop talking.
He's still only on reason number 2, and we're halfway through the video.
Bullshit. And again, it's a product of the society we live in, because in our society, women are always right. Women are put on this pedestal, like, they should be cherished and treasured.
Hold on, wait, time out. That's not a facet of today's society. That's a facet of like 19th century society. Back when things were good, you put women on a pedestal. Women don't want to be on a pedestal these days. Women want I want to be just like the men.
Well, for the most part.
I want to work and get fucked all day like the men. It's like, okay. Women hate being put on pedestals. Well, I mean, they don't actually, but they're told that they hate that, so they go through life thinking it. And then when they're 40 with no kids and a blown out vagina, then they're miserable because they weren't put on a pedestal. Women should be. I've said this before. Women have superpowers. Oh, Trap Queen. Oh, Trap Queen.
What are we saying, Righty?
I don't want to cover your ears, okay?
Okay.
Semen is white goo. And you can shoot it anywhere and it just sits there and then dries up. you shoot it into a woman, and it comes out a baby. That's a superpower.
All right, let's keep going.
It's like the coolest thing ever.
Okay, let's keep going. I want to get
But
to.
is that not a reason to put someone on a pedestal? Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
But like he's saying, like, women just expect that. Like,
No, they don't. Women get angry when back when I was in college. I was holding the door for a girl. Not even just because I hold the door for everybody. It's just a human thing to do. I'm standing there holding the door, and this bitch is just standing there on her phone. He's like, "Would you fucking move?" It's like, all right,
Are you
whatever.
serious? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it has nothing to do with you, Chad Queen. But like politeness and all that shit, like women don't want none of that these days.
I mean, I do, but
well, because you're a very nice lady. But for the most part, because of neo-Marxism invading college campuses and all that. Not that I'm trying to turn into a cornball, faggoty conservative commentator or anything, but women are told, no, you don't want that. Go out there, be a man, bare knuckle box, do all the stuff men do. So,
And it's like, in my mind, if we're talking about a relationship sense, it needs to be a 50-50 balance, okay? Nobody should be putting anybody on a fucking pedestal. I don't care who you are,
that's
man.
ridiculous.
yeah, I don't. Let's just hear what he has to say.
Nobody should be put on a fucking pedestal. It needs to be a 50-50 relationship. There needs to be 50-50. Okay, both the man and the woman need to fucking eat.
Basically, that means I want a woman to do everything for me.
Yeah, well, no one's saying that women shouldn't put work into a relationship.
No one's saying that, but like,
who's ever said that?
Put an equal amount of fucking effort. Okay, nobody should be putting anybody on a fucking pedestal. That's my opinion. That's my take.
So was reason number 2 that women don't want to change, or that they're on pedestals?
Yeah, like he'll go like this is basically more like 10 reasons because he has 2 reasons for every one reason.
So be it. But that's how I view things. But yeah, man. So women are just stubborn. They're set in their own ways. They refuse to change for anybody.
That has nothing to do with this generation. To sum up on that has nothing to do with this generation. That's literally been a stereotype of women forever.
But everyone's kind of stuck in their own ways. People are reluctant to change most of the time.
Look at Snowman's comment. No one can ever explain what the fuck that was about.
For themselves or for somebody else. And that's the problem. And that's what I should say. That's one of the problems. So let me move on. All right. Number 3, cannot take criticism. They cannot.
Isn't that the same thing as the last reason?
Yeah, really.
Kind of like I was saying with the previous point, they can't take criticism. They can't admit when they're wrong.
So kind of like I said with the previous point. So let's just make it a different reason.
He's ripping me off. That's what Lefty and I do for our 50 reasons.
That's because you guys are lazy.
Oh, Trap Queen. I thought the women were the lazy ones.
Well, I mean, you're not exactly a man. Just kidding.
Oh, Trap Queen.
All right, anyway.
Oh, my God.
They always have to be right, and every time they are wrong.
Yeah, he said that the exact same thing verbatim for reason number 2.
They try to make it seem like it's everybody else's fault. They always try to deflect the blame to everybody else, and it's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, isn't that what you're doing though when you're saying, "Oh, I don't have to change for a woman," even though like you're not really like, what are you bringing to the table really? Like when it comes to like having a woman be attracted to you, like
you know what? I want Otaku to make this video. I want him to explain to women what they're missing.
Because like, what do you?
Going with him.
It's like you can't even take advice or criticism or even constructive criticism. You always have to be fucking right.
So advice, criticism, or constructive criticism.
So there's some inconstructive criticism being given out.
And that's their fucking.
I've given you a fair amount of advice, Trap Queen.
I know most of it is just don't talk to any man aside from me.
Well.
I'm wrong about something, and I've been wrong about things in the past, okay? I can admit when I'm at fault. I can admit when I'm wrong. And if somebody wants to give me criticism, as long as it's in a respectful way, and you're not being a fucking dick about it, then I'll accept it. I can always appreciate some constructive criticism as to to better myself. I'll always accept that.
There you
I'll
go.
accept when I'm wrong. I can take criticism. But the problem with these women out here is that they can't. They can't take criticism at all, because they always have to be right. Once again, it falls under that realm of women being put on a pedestal, women being treated like goddesses, like oh my God, we can't.
This is the same point again. What's the damn point?
Yeah, I want to see what reason number 4 is. So we'll wait for him to get through this one, because there's probably going to be another reason attached to this one that he just didn't think of making another reason. But
get the fuck out of here with that. They're a fucking human being just like anybody else. Get the fuck out of here.
So they're a human being, but they're just trash, right?
Yeah,
Okay, you women are not always right. Okay, you're not always fucking right, and you need to learn to take fucking criticism, and that's the bottom line. That's the fucking bottom line there. So I don't really know what more I can say other than that. So yeah, so that's number 3. Let me move on. Number 4. They think they are smarter than they actually are.
So isn't this kind of the same as the last?
It's the same thing again. Yes.
Once again, the mindset of I'm always right, even if you're not right. And there's a scientific study out there, and one of my relatives, my aunt used to say this all the time, jokingly, but there's a scientific study out there that says that women have bigger brains than men, or women, their brain or their mind or their brain is bigger than, technically bigger than a man's, and that's like one of the only, parts of the body.
Oh my God, we get it.
Whatever.
But he said, there's just a scientific study. So which one?
Well, his
From
aunt brought
when?
it up, so it doesn't matter whatever study is, because his aunt brought it up, and his aunt's a woman.
I guess.
Although his aunt's not a woman of this generation, so maybe it's okay.
So a lot of women take this as women in general are smarter than men, and a lot of them.
Who even knows that this study's a thing? I've never heard of this.
How would having a bigger brain mean that makes you smarter?
I don't he's making it seem like everybody's familiar with this study and everybody's constantly quoting it. I've never heard of this until right now.
These feminist groups tend to use that to their advantage. They want to sit here and say, "Oh, women are smarter than men." Yada yada.
I hear a lot of feminist stuff, just because I watch a lot of conservative shit, and they always talk about feminist shit and whatnot. I've never heard a single feminist say women have bigger brains than men, therefore they're smarter. That's never been said. I'm not going to say it's never been said, but I've never heard it said, and I listen to a lot of their garbage.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's making that argument.
That bullshit. But they sit here and act like men are dumb. They sit here and act like every man on the planet is dumb and is inferior to them, intellectually why.
Well, maybe if you've experienced that, I don't think it's fair to extrapolate that to everybody.
Some of the smartest people on this planet were men. Okay?
Yeah.
Only some of them.
But okay, so yeah, Einstein and George Washington and Thomas Edison, they're all really smart. What does that have to do with you?
We're not all fucking stupid, okay? We're not all fucking scattered.
But who is making that argument seriously?
This is another person, like I was saying on the Zubair thing last night. This is another person who thinks that men and women are two teams fighting each other.
I guess, yeah. It's like when you're in middle school and the boys are on one end of the gym, the girls are on the other, at a school dance.
It's he's talking about this, us men, us guys, we're smart too. No, some men are smart. I don't think you happen to be one of them. And just because some men are smart, okay, I'm not on your team. What does this mean?
Me and you have more in common than you and him do.
Absolutely.
There are some guys who are stupid as fuck, but I'm just saying.
So some guys are smart, some guys are stupid as fuck. So
all right. So
you're saying what everyone in the world thinks.
But he's saying that women will say all men are stupid, and I don't know, maybe in the media, you could argue maybe that the media portrays men for the most part as stupid and women as smart.
No,
But
but you can.
but like
Here's the
women
thing,
don't
though.
women don't think this. I will say, if you come out of college this day and age, you're apt to think that men are inherently, not necessarily men, but that masculinity is inherently a bad thing. Like you can make that argument.
Yeah, but like you say in media, like that's true to an extent, but like there's a lot of stereotypes like about women being dumb in media too.
Sure.
Like the dumb blonde stereotype is still going strong.
Mm-hmm. But if
Like,
he wants to, he's not smart enough to construct an argument saying that, like what postmodernists say about the relationship between men as oppressors and women as oppressed. Like maybe he's trying to go for that and he's just really oversimplifying it, but he's oversimplifying it to the point where the point is completely lost and he just sounds like an idiot who hates women.
yeah, I don't understand like what he's trying to say. Like
And I'm giving him a lot of leeway by saying he's attempting to make like an actual political argument, because I know he's too dumb for that. He's never given that a thought in his life.
yeah, I don't know.
Plus, he's never set foot on a college campus, so how would he know that?
Yeah, he didn't go to college, so I don't understand. Like, how does he know what they're saying in the schools?
Uh-huh.
Man on the planet is like that. Okay, just because you have a bigger brain doesn't mean technically mean you're smarter.
I've never met any woman who claimed that they were smarter because they had a bigger brain.
Because I'd never heard of this study. He's saying, "Oh, my aunt told me about this." Like, okay, just because your aunt, like, I don't know your aunt, Otaku. I'm sure she's a wonderful lady.
You know what happened? When he was in like elementary school, he heard a girl on the playground say, "Girls go to college to get more knowledge. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider." And he took that to heart, and he still believes that
Wow.
that's what we think to this day.
I mean, every woman is smarter than every man on the planet. Okay, you got Stephen Hawking, you got Albert Einstein.
Okay, he's just naming men that happen to be smart.
Yeah, and they're all dead though, so that has nothing to do with this generation.
You got scientists, rocket scientists, people, inventors, people.
Yeah, isn't it a little unfair to make a video about women of this generation and use your examples of good men from a previous generation?
Not that there are no good men in this generation, Trap Queen. You should get that out there before he responds by going, so see what she's saying, there are no good men no more.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's a little unfair.
Yeah.
To
talk about, like, I don't know, who's like a modern inventor. Bill Gates.
Elon Musk,
smart.
if he counts as this generation.
Sure. I don't know, any modern thinker, really.
Ben Shapiro, I don't know.
Sure, I mean, you can't deny he's smart, even if he is annoying.
Towns, cities, people who rule nations. These guys are not fucking stupid, or at least you would hope they're not stupid.
Well, Biden's pretty stupid.
They're intelligent.
Okay, this is the same guy who said he hated Trump and thought Trump was stupid.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Wow. You can't win with this guy.
There are intelligent, intellectual fucking men out there. Okay? But again, these women have to put themselves on a fucking pedestal and act like they're smarter than us, because that's...
No, are they putting themselves on a pedestal, or are men putting them on a pedestal? Or both?
Yeah, I don't... And like, isn't he putting his own gender on the pedestal by giving all these examples of men he had nothing to do with?
Yeah, maybe maybe he's a gay.
I have no idea, but like...
He seems to be rather fond of other gentlemen.
But why is he like priding himself in accomplishments that he had no part in?
I know. It's like, what if you see, Otaku? This problem is it's all women's fault. He can't look himself in the mirror. It's the same with all these fucking people. Otaku, what have you accomplished? What do you bring to the table?
I wanted to make a video about like what makes him like such a great pick for women to have, because
that's their way of that's one of their only ways of trying to reign control free from men. Basically, it's fucking stupid. It is. It's fucking stupid.
What does he mean, reign control away? So now men just are in control of women, like. So now he believes all the shit that's said on college campuses about men being controlling and oppressive by nature. So he wasn't making the argument I was saying he was trying to make. He really is just saying all this dumb shit, and he means it.
Excuse me, that's the mentality. And not every woman out there is fucking smart. Just because their brains are bigger doesn't mean...
No one said that, and I don't even know if that brain shit is true. So
I'm gonna look that up right now.
There are actual points he could make about women that he's not making also.
I googled women have bigger brains, and it says Neurosexism, the myth that men and women have different brains.
Well,
That's really the first thing that comes up.
no, that could be some kind of gay woke article saying that men and women don't think differently. As it type in something specifically about brain size.
Okay, let me see.
That article's probably trying to say that men and women think exactly the same and can do all the same types of shit and yada yada yada.
Okay. Oh, yeah, men's brains are about 11% larger.
Oh, okay. There you go, stupid. So you just got lied to by your goofy aunt. Like, it makes it seem like everybody's running around quoting this theory. Like, first of all, men have bigger heads, so of course their brains are going to be bigger.
Dumbass fucking women out there. Like, I swear to God, I've come across women on social media. I've come across women in person. They are as dumb as fucking dishwater. Okay.
Wow. He's come across dumb women. Like, okay.
But he said women on social media, so like not in real life.
But like, who's saying that there aren't really dumb women out there? There's
like,
really dumb people out there.
They are not all there mentally. And even if they are, they're not all that intelligent. Trust me. I've talked to some.
I've talked to some.
He's just only some.
I've talked to some. Like, what'd you say?
Yeah, really?
What did he say to them that made him realize they're dumb? Did he walk up to them and go, "Hey, did you see the new fucking hentai?" And then they said, "Ew," and he's like, "Oh, they just must be dumb. They don't understand culture."
Their mannerisms, stuff like that. They're not fucking intelligent at all. They're as dumb as dishwater. So not every woman on the planet is just this genius. Just because
who's saying this?
I've never met
Who's out there saying that all these women are geniuses?
That's such an ignorant statement to make, dude.
Oh, you're one to talk about ignorant statements.
Oh man,
you got a fake scientific study wrong
from your aunt.
Yeah, you didn't bother to Google that. Isn't that kind of ignorant?
It's such a stupid statement, but again, that's their mentality. And finally,
no, it's not.
Number 5.
No one says this.
All right, so now we're at number 5, Righty.
They abuse authority when in positions of power. Now,
they abuse authority when in positions of power.
Is this going to be like some like reverse Me Too thing where it's like women sexually abuse their male underlings? Like,
let's see what he has to say, because I really don't know. All right.
When I say this, I'm not talking anything specifically here. It could be anything. Like, anytime they have a position of power, they tend to abuse that authority. Now, it could be a world leader, although there are a whole lot of female world leaders.
Yeah, okay, so where did that come from? Why even say that?
So he says when they're leaders, but most of the time they're not leaders, so...
Okay, so let's hear if he gives a single example of a female world leader in this generation, because that's what he's talking about, abusing their power. Another
thing, too, he says this generation is 18 to 35. So I don't want to hear him say, "Oh, Angela Merkel," something like that.
I don't even think he knows who that is, Strap Queen. But, like, before you even continue, like, if he's talking politically, like, what politician doesn't abuse their power?
Yeah, it's not a gender thing.
Like, you could say, okay, well, women are more likely to be left-leaning, and left-leaning politicians, you could say, abuse their power more than... I don't even think that's true. There are plenty of right-wing politicians who fucking abuse power. It's not even just like a left-right thing. So just if his statement is female politicians abuse their power, how about just politicians abuse their power?
Like an executive of a business, it can be a store manager, it can be
a store manager. Is he just mad that he got fired?
Probably, yeah.
Did a female manager fire him from a job in the past, and that's what he's all pissy about?
Remember he made that video about his manager at Target who was like, she's kind of hot,
Oh, so did he do something creepy and she rebuked him? Is that what happened?
She probably saw his video that he made. By the way, Bobby Hill, I will add you when we're done with the video so you can show your art to people. But let's go.
Administrator, principal. It could even be something as simple as a fucking house owner.
House owner?
Is he talking about his mom? Like,
Or like a landlord? Like, is that what he means?
I don't know.
Instead of, whenever they are in a position of power, whenever they have authority over a certain thing or a certain aspect, certain element, or a certain group of people, they tend to exert that authority.
So he says a certain power, but then he says, oh, it can range from world leaders to store managers. So like, that's kind of not really.
What are the odds he's going to give one example?
Let's see.
In a way that they really shouldn't. They abuse that authority. You see you see women out here with this mentality, like, I'm in control here. I'm in control. It's my way or the highway. Yeah,
what?
And you have women out here who will do that. And
how is saying, wait, if you're in charge of something, it is your way or the highway. How is that abusing your power?
Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if he gives any.
If you're a store manager, you're not obliged to be democratic, man or woman.
Yeah, it's your store. Okay, let's see.
Avenue. This is any sort of avenue. This is any sort of where I'm looking for here. Any sort of position of power whatsoever. It can be anything. It can be something as simple as owning a house.
But it's their house. So like,
if you own a house, then you should listen to people who don't own the house because you're a woman. Like, I don't.
These women fucking just exude this authority, like they're fucking own the fucking planet. Like they just make all these laws and shit. And
we just make all these laws and
women
shit.
Women who own houses make laws.
But like, is he talking about like house rules? Because like it's their house, so
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
All you are is a simple fucking house owner.
But what rules is he talking about?
He says laws. Like, what is?
So some woman who owns a house just walks up to you in the street and goes, "Hey, you got to pay more in taxes." Is that what happens?
I don't. Is his landlord or a girl? And like he's upset that he has to pay rent.
I think he just couldn't get to 5 and he just made something up at the last minute.
I've noticed this, and not to make this about race, because I don't know some of you are gonna fucking.
Oh no, nothing good ever comes after that.
But what I'm about to say. This isn't a matter of race. I'm just using this example. I have seen this more distinctly, or I have seen this more commonly. This trait of abusing authority when in position of power. I have seen this exerted more frequently with women of African American descent. I really have.
Okay, what the fuck?
So African American house owners make the laws.
What? African American female house owners that also make laws.
I mean, I'm sure Kamala Harris owns a house and she's vice president. Is that what he means?
That's one example.
I really have, because they'll take the slightest thing, the slightest little ounce of power, and fucking abuse it.
This has got to be personal because he's half black. He said so. He definitely has a bossy. Maybe it's his aunt who told him that women have bigger brains. Maybe he lived with her for a bit and she was bossy, but he was probably getting potato chip crumbs everywhere.
Yeah, I don't
told him to clean up after himself. He's like, stop making laws.
Like, this doesn't really seem like relevant to what he's saying. Like, what is there?
Yeah, no, that's definitely what happened. His black aunt who told him that women have bigger brains than men kicked him out of her place because he was getting crumbs everywhere and he wouldn't clean them.
I guess.
And when he offered the constructive criticism of, you're just being a bitch, you got to listen to me, she kicked him out.
Example, if they're a mother, if they have kids, they'll exert their authority over their kids. Or if they own a house. Yeah,
they're their parents. That's what they're supposed to do.
What the fuck is that? What are they just supposed to let the kid do whatever he wants? It's ridiculous. And if anything, I don't want to get racist, Trap Queen, but you ever see a black mom with her kids out in public? The kids are running around like lunatics.
Okay, please don't say that stuff.
Sorry.
The homeowner, or if they rent, for example, the head of the household, right? Head of the household, they will abuse that authority.
But he says that, but like, how many bitchy white women have tried to get like service workers fired over like a small mistake?
Sure.
Like, we've all seen the videos. Like, this is not like really racial.
I've seen it. There are women in my family who are like that.
So his family, see?
There you go.
I'm exactly right with the potato chip crumb analogy here. Not an
Now,
alligator.
I
What's the
personally
word?
have seen it. They're saying, oh, this is my house. Oh, you obey. Oh, you gotta follow my laws in my house.
Well, yeah, it's their house.
Why is this a problem? And how is this related to gender? And how is this women of this generation when you're talking about your elderly aunt? I'm just assuming it's his aunt. Could be his mother. I don't know.
It's my house. This, that, and the other. It's like, chill the fuck out, dude. Like, chill the
So
fuck
this
out.
is
Just
women
because
18 to 35 doing
Yeah,
this?
like he's like 31, so is he saying that like younger women are telling him what to do? Like, I don't understand.
He just forgot the point of his own video. It's supposed to be about women of this generation.
head of the household or just because you're a homeowner doesn't mean you're fucking talk like you're a goddamn fucking president of the United States.
No, you're president of your house.
But like, what person does that?
What a
person?
ridiculous argument! Like, you're just supposed to let otaku into your house and just fucking laze around? Like, what?
But like, I've never seen someone who happens to own a home act like they can boss everyone else around. I've never seen that. But like, if you're living there rent free, you're not paying any of the expenses, and yeah, you have to follow their rules. That's.
Well, even if you are paying expenses, you have to follow their rules. It's their house.
It's like Jesus Christ, and this is something that I've commonly seen throughout my existence here on this planet. This is something I've commonly seen. This is a common theme with women who are in a position of power. They abuse the authority without question. Now, obviously, if you're in a position of power, like I'm talking like on a big grand scale, like a president or a world leader or a dictator, whatever, obviously you're going to have the threat of somebody being abusive of power. And obviously
and we have a lot of examples of female presidents doing that, right?
Yeah, like, let me Google how many female world leaders are there right now? Because like, I want to see what is he talking about. Okay, let's see.
But like, he doesn't know any of them. Like,
yeah, like you're not in Germany. You don't have to listen to Angela Merkel. You're not. I don't know.
And Angela Merkel's like 70.
Exactly. So she's not part of this generation. All right, let me see how many female world leaders there are. 21 women. Apparently, 21 countries have female world leaders.
What countries? I'm curious.
Let's see if it even says. I hate like reading articles. They just bother you with all this bullshit, like in the beginning paragraphs.
Please just get to the point.
Yeah, really. All right, let's. I don't know if it's gonna. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, people. How many female world leaders currently? So it's 21 out of 193 countries. And I'm trying to see, like, where does it say what countries?
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the dead air because I'm trying to read this shitty ass article on theindependent.com. Let's see. 21. Alright, I don't know if it's gonna tell me. We'll figure it out later.
Let's see if there's any. All right, I'm on a Wikipedia page. Let's see if there are any current ones. This is, of course, they just have to have everyone ever in history rather than just active ones. That's helpful.
Okay, I see it now. Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Iceland.
Well, we know the people of Iceland are very oppressed. We know that.
Finland, Norway, New Zealand, Serbia, Denmark, Lithuania, Germany, Ethiopia, Moldova,
Ethiopia,
Trinidad and Tobago, Nepal, Barbados, Bangladesh, Tanzania, Estonia, Georgia, Slovakia, Singapore, Togo, Gabon, Greece, and that's it.
Well, those countries are all, a lot of human rights violations going on there, a lot of dictators in charge.
Yeah, they're just abusing their power like crazy over there.
I'm not saying
Estonia's really
no,
oppressed.
I don't know the first thing about any of these politicians. I'm assuming that they're just as scummy as every other one, but like that's the thing. They're just as scummy as every other one. None of these people are dictators. Like,
All right, let's
what is he
continue.
talking about?
5 more minutes, Righty, and then we can let Bobby Hill on to do his art.
Sure.
Because there are a lot of countries out there who view women as inferior, and I mean that's them. I'm not saying that. I'm not here to say that. But,
Obviously not.
But
I'm not here to say they're inferior, but here's reasons why they're trash.
They're not inferior. Yeah, so if they're not inferior, then I guess Otaku's saying that he is equivalent to trash.
anytime you have a position of power like
That's a
that,
good point.
you're going to have abuse of power authority. But with women, every time it could be the slightest thing. It can be the slightest thing, and they will exert that authority.
What are you basing this off
It's fucking stupid, dude. It really is. It's fucking stupid, man. And so for that reason, I say that, once again, reason number 5 on my list here of bonus reasons, women exert their power when in positions of authority. So that would be my list. Those are my 5 bonus reasons why women of this generation are trash. So just, I compiled that list over last week because I knew that this video was coming, this day was coming. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So hope you enjoyed this video here. And once again, before I kind of close this out, because I know I'm going to get some, ignorant comments in this video once again, much like I did last year. So let me just say this to all of you who are going to sit here and question me, who are going to sit here and attack me, or
So he just said for all the people who want to question me, but women are the ones who can't accept being wrong.
There you go.
To attack me or whatever in the comments. Once again, this is my opinion, my viewpoint, my stance. If you have a problem with it, too fucking bad.
He's not presenting it as his opinion. He's not saying reasons why I think women are trash. He's saying reasons why women are trash.
And he's saying, well, this is my opinion. I'm not changing it, but women are the ones who are refusing to change.
Yes, I mean, what a. I can't say it nicely. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Fucking bad. Okay, and you sit here and say, "Oh, is this guy real? Is this guy for real? This has to be an act." No, this is for real. This is for real. You can't make shit like this up. You cannot make this.
Well, you just made up a study about women having bigger brains.
Well, once again, these are things that I have seen, things that I have experienced over my 32 years of being on this planet, specifically within the last 20 or so years. So, before you sit here and pass judgment on me, why don't you look your fucking selves in the mirror? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Before you come here with your ignorant comments, talking about how, I'm a sip, incel, virgin, neck beard, even though I don't have any, even though I shaved. He's fat. He's a fat virgin slob. He's mad because he can't get with women. Same old ignorant comments you always make. And I counter this shit. I shoot the shit down every time.
Every time.
Spam the same shit.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you can't. It sounds to me like you guys can't handle an opposing opinion.
Oh shit!
Like you can't handle an opinion. That's what that sounds like.
But you say, "Oh, they can't handle opinion," but then you're like, "Well, they don't want to change their opinions."
Yeah, what an asshole. I mean, whatever.
So before you come in here spewing your ignorance in my comment section, like I'm sure you're going to do, why don't you first know your goddamn facts, understand that...
know your facts, but I'm not going to fact check this study that my aunt told me.
Yeah. Know your facts,
my opinion.
Everything that he said in this video is absolutely just a non-statement.
Okay, you respect my fucking opinion. And understand that if you're going to come here with the same old trolling, ignorant nonsense, you're liable to get your comment removed and you're going to be bumped from my fucking channel.
Whoa.
So just know that. Before you come in here spewing that garbage, just know that I have all the power and all the say in regards to...
Oh, he's abusing his power, Trap Queen.
Yeah, you own a YouTube channel. Isn't that abusing your power?
Shit. This is just like a woman, Trap Queen.
I really don't care if you like it or not. I really don't care if you agree with it or not. We can have constructive criticism. We can have disagreements. But the second you start spewing that garbage about he's fat, incel virgin, blah blah blah. What's that other shit that they say? Oh, you're not a Chad. What was that fucking stupid ass word that they use? Oh, Chad or whatever the hell. Basically to describe.
What happened?
Is he talking about Chad Curtis, the baseball player?
I know who that is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
He's related to Mel Hall in a way.
The stupid ass fucking lines they use nowadays. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. It is. So before you come spreading that garbage in my comment section, just know that the second you do, you are exposing yourself as being ignorant fucking sheep. You are ignorant sheep who follow the system. I am above the system. You understand?
What does that even mean?
I am above that. So you can come here talking that shit if you want.
That is straight MGTOW shit right there.
Yeah, he says he's above the system, but then you're gonna repeat everything MGTOW says.
But like, okay, listen, and I'm not trying to dump on the guy because this was probably a painful experience for him. But he makes these fucking goofy videos, ranting and raving about how women are garbage, and then he gets a catfish to start fucking with him, and he thinks it's real. And then he makes videos like, "Oh yeah, I got a girl, and she's sweet, she's so wonderful, I love my girl." It's like, well, okay, so you're just lonely, Otaku, and yeah, that's sad, but at the same time, it's entirely self-inflicted.
So that's the end of his video. Do you want me to bring Bobby Hill in so we can show his art?
Let's just sum up a few things, Trap Queen, because I gotta get preachy and gay again.
All right, you talk your shit.
So, if he wants to make the argument, which he's not trying to make, as he revealed later on, but he can make a viable argument that women these days, not just women, everybody these days, are taught in school that men and masculinity are inherently oppressive and that women are inherently victims and that society needs to rectify those things. If he wants to rant and rave about that, I'm on his team 1000% because you can't deny that's happening because fucking neo-Marxists run the education system. This is nothing new. Anybody with half a brain knows this if you've been to college. Trap, when you're in college, you can attest to that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I went to community college, but there was still like that influence there.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So the problem with that is, if that's Otaku's big crusade, well then, like, his own dumbness is counterproductive to that because he doesn't like Donald Trump because he was against government entitlements. So
Yeah, I don't.
his desire to get free money from the government is causing him to be politically inclined to the side that sides with the neo-Marxists in academia that are pushing forth all the shit about women that he shouldn't like.
Yeah, I don't think he really even knows what he believes.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything. He's not a smart guy at all. He's I don't want to say he's a fucking idiot because that would be mean and we're trying to be nice. Ignoramus?
I don't know. I think his beliefs aren't really strongly rooted.
No.
I think that he's kind of just hearing things from like those MGTOW channels, the red pill channels, and he's just he's kind of hearing and he's spitting it back out to his videos. And he's not really, he says, oh, I've had these experiences with women, but like, where? Because like you said, only on social media. And women in your family trying to be mean to you.
Yeah, and he's made videos in the past talking about his relationship history, and he's like, these were all online, by the way. So it's like, all right, so like, you've never had to do the give and take thing.
Yeah, I don't know, but Bobby Hill, I'm gonna bring you on so you can show off your art, and then we'll end this afterwards.
Sure. What a way to end it, right?
Yo, what's up? Just straight balling. All right.
Hey, what's going on?
God. I just destroyed another keyboard. So first off, screw it. What? Mom's beating on my freaking thing. Anyways, let me get this configured. Okay. And this is Bobby Hill if he was drawn in the My Art series style.
Well, all right. Hey, finally, my unique art style is catching on. It's about damn time.
Come on. Just, God, why did I make that? Okay, everyone loves it, but... Okay, everyone likes my setup for some reason, y'all. This is literally what Righty started friggin' doing. Like, what's so special about this? I don't know, I guess because I actually have a camera and good reception now.
There you go.
Anyways, so grounded video on Otaku coming soon, and... Damn it. So yeah, grounded video coming on Otaku soon. No, I cannot do a frog splash right now. If I break this bed, my mom's gonna kill me. And also number 20 on the 20th Bobby Hill live stream will be a Wrestling Otaku stream.
Oh
So-
shit! Be nice. Be sure to be nice to him though, Bobby Hill. He's a sensitive boy.
Please highlight Destructor's comment. The world needs to see it.
This one?
Yeah.
He's gonna ground Otaku.
Alright, so anything else for the show, Bobby Hill?
Yeah, Bobby.
You see, I tried to catch a sand hornet, and
How'd
I
that
couldn't
go?
catch it. Well, I almost got stung. And
Isn't
I'm
that what you
gay.
want, though?
Yeah, I tried, but it didn't work. You know what? Let me see. Okay, you can. You know what? We're gonna do a frog splash.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
we'll get the frog
Actually,
splash
not a
on the
frog
show.
splash. I don't know.
Don't get yourself in trouble, Bobby.
This will be the grand finale. I'm doing the frog splash.
There you go. That was great.
Thank you, Bobby Hill. So that's all the time we have for tonight. Hope everyone has a great night. Good night, everybody. And thank you to Otaku for providing this video to us. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Fuck my riddle.